Yo, it's Monday, time to set it straight. Two fat guys gonna educate on this very date throughout history. Step inside and unlock the mystery. Two fat guys, every Monday we arrive. Dig through history, keeping culture alive. Two fat guys, what went down on this day? Tune in every Monday, hear what we gotta say. Two fat guys, podcast Monday history.
And one more time, here we are again.
Welcome to the Two Fat Guys podcast.
Today will be for the date of May 18th. The day that you're listening to this. Well, hopefully. If
Indeed.
not, it's for the 18th.
It is. So much fun. This was an action-packed day.
Yep. So the videos are doing pretty good.
The shorts?
Yeah. The
Yeah.
crazy thing is, the ones that are doing good on YouTube aren't doing so great on TikTok, and vice versa.
Naturally.
Like, I have no idea why. You think they would do good on both if they were going to do good.
Right.
Or tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, one has 18, and I'm like, and the other, and I think on the other one it's got like 900. It's like, I don't get it, but whatever. It is what it is.
Algorithm.
Yeah. Hey, as long as people are watching it and liking it, then we'll keep doing it.
That's it. While you're when we have a pause in the action, click all the buttons down below.
Yep, absolutely. All right, and without further ado, we are going to get into births on this day.
Okay, in 1048, Omar Khayyam, a Persian-Iranian mathematician, was born. He designed the Halali calendar. He and his team of astronomers came to the conclusion that the length of the year was 365.242198 days long, which was and is still astonishingly accurate. It changes once every sixth position of the decimal point every 100 years.
Interesting.
So I thought that was pretty cool, considering, that was 1,000 years ago.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah.
How they figured that out back then.
Yeah.
They didn't have the fancy schmancy calculators and stuff.
No, they just had their brain power.
We should go back to that.
And sundials and telescopes.
Yep. Things that worked.
And patience. I think patience most of all.
Yeah, for sure. All right. John also had 1868.
Okay, on this day, Nikolai Androvich Romanov, we love Russian names, they're cool, the second was born. He was the last Tsar of Russia. He and his family were all summarily executed following the Bolshevik Revolution of 1917.
Does it count if you said it wrong?
It was accidental. I didn't mean it. Please don't not demonetize us. Just kidding, we're not monetized yet anyway.
Exactly.
With that kind of language, you won't be.
All right. And I have 1920.
Mm-hmm.
Pope John Paul II is the second longest serving pope in history, who was the leader of the Catholic Church from 1978 to 2005. He was one of the most influential leaders of the 20th century who worked to bring together Christians, Jews, and Muslims. He was canonized as a saint in April of 2014. He was one of the most traveled world leaders in history, visiting 129 countries during his pontificate, and helped end communist rule in his native Poland and eventually all of Europe.
Pretty cool thing. I was reading up on him a little bit. In his first years of priesthood, he volunteered to scrub toilets so that he would be better positioned to protect Jews that were fleeing Nazi rule. So that's a pretty cool thing. He fought Nazis all his life.
Yep.
Just evil all his life.
Yep.
Considering the only black mark on his record is that he wasn't harsh enough on child predators.
Mm-hmm.
But, he did a lot of good.
Yep, for sure. All right. John has 1930.
Okay, 1930. Happy posthumous birthday to Fred Saberhagen, author of the Dracula novel series. It's the same as Bram Stoker's Dracula, except written from the perspective of Dracula. And then he would write an entire novel series about Dracula and how he sort of was a morally central character with his own sort of like twisted code. But yeah, it was cool stuff. He also wrote the Empire of the East series of books, and personally a highly influential author for me.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right. John has 1937.
Okay, 1937. Happy posthumous birthday to Brooks Robinson, 18-time Major League Baseball All-Star, 2-time World Series winner. Spent his entire career with the Baltimore Orioles.
You know, that was something that happened a lot more back in the day than it does now, is spending your career on one team.
Yep, it's very rare now.
Yeah, now it's crazy if you have less than 3 teams, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, it just doesn't happen like that anymore.
Nope.
It's like, oh, you had a crappy year? Well, you're out of here. Which, you know, everybody has a crappy year at their job.
Well, I mean, that's the nature of the business where it's gone so much more toward winning. It's less about the enjoyment of the sport and loyalty.
Yep. All right. I have 1941. Actress Miriam Margolyes, award-winning actress who became known for role in the 1993 film The Age of Innocence and played Professor Sprout in the Harry Potter film franchise.
Oh, okay.
She provided the voice for Aunt Sponge in the 1996 film James and the Giant Peach. She spent much of her life in London and Australia as an openly gay woman. I think the first thing that I ever saw her in was Cats and Dogs. I don't know if you ever saw Cats and Dogs.
Nope.
It is really good. It has Alec Baldwin does a voice. Tobey Maguire does a voice.
Oh, okay.
When he's picking his spy name, he's all Toto Annihilation. So it's a funny movie. You guys check it out.
Ah.
All right. John has 1943.
Okay, on this day, 1943, James Wiley Smith, known by his WWF moniker Jimmy Superfly Snuka, was born. He was a professional wrestler, one of the earliest Extreme Championship Wrestling, one of the earliest ECW heavyweight champions, and an alleged murderer.
Oh. Okay.
Allegations following the blunt force trauma to the head death of his fiancée followed him throughout his career and life. By the time he was arrested, some 32 years later, he was found unfit to stand trial because he had dementia.
Too many chair shots.
Yes.
All right. John has 1946 also.
Okay, happy birthday to Mr. October, Reggie Jackson, 14-time All-Star Hall of Famer. He hit 3 consecutive home runs in Game 6 of the World Series to clutch it for the Yankees. Hate the team, love the player.
Don't hate the player, love the game.
Exactly.
Or however that saying goes.
And nobody's more clutch. We call him Mr. October because you perform during the big-time moments.
Yep.
And that's what people will remember about you.
Yep. All right. 1952. Country singer George Strait. Country singer, producer, and actor who released 18 consecutive #1 hits and was called the King of Country by the Christian Post in 2012.
I skipped this one on purpose.
I'm sure you did. It's funny because I skipped the majority of the baseball ones just for you.
Yeah, see, there we go. We're getting in our niche. He's the country boy. I'm the baseball guy.
I don't know about that, but I got 1955 actor Chow Yun-fat.
Okay.
A Hong Kong actor who became internationally known for his role in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. He also portrayed Sao Feng in Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. In 2014, he was banned from making movies in his home country of China due to his opposition to the socialist government.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. You come to America, make a bunch of money making movies, and then go back to China, and they tell you your money's not yours anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yikes.
All right. I'm going to let John take 1970. We both had it.
Okay, 1970. Happy birthday to Tina Fey, actress and comedian. She was fantastic on SNL, both as a lead performer in the show and as a writer. She also wrote the movie Mean Girls, which I despised but had to watch way too many times.
I mean, it was okay for what it was.
I had a teenage daughter.
So did I.
Yeah, I had to watch that way a lot.
Yep.
And listen to it way a lot. Way more than I would have liked.
She was also the creator and lead actress of the hit NBC series 30 Rock.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, really talented woman.
Yep.
Stand-up is highly underrated.
Yep, for sure. I got 1975 folk rock singer Jack Johnson. Singer-songwriter known for his acoustic guitar-based folk rock songs. He first gained attention for his 2001 debut album Brushfire Fairy Tales. His best-known songs include Upside Down, Better Together, and Banana Pancakes. Banana Pancakes, I don't know that one, but the other two I know. Let's see. My next birthday is just for my kid. In 1988, K-pop singer Taeyang, member of the popular South Korean boy group Big Bang, who released his solo debut in 2008. So you're welcome, Raven.
Okay. With that said, on to deaths.
Yep,
Okay, I think I have the first one.
you do.
1812, John Bellingham. It was executed for the assassination of British Prime Minister Spencer Perceval. We talked about it deeper in our last episode. If you want to hear more about it, go listen.
Yeah, exactly. Go listen.
Go listen.
That's the message.
Yes.
My first death is going to be my deep dive. We haven't done that yet, but I thought it was pretty interesting.
Okay, so do I have a couple more then? I have 63 and 73, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, 1963, Ernie Davis, the first African American to win the Heisman Trophy, passed away on this day in 1963. He won the Heisman at Syracuse, following his idol, mentor, Jim Brown, and was drafted by the Redskins, immediately traded to the Browns, and never got to play an NFL snap. He was diagnosed with leukemia and passed away shortly thereafter.
Boo.
Very sad, yes. And then 1973, Jeanette Rankin passed away on this day. She was the first woman elected to Congress. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was just going to go ahead and do my deep dive now.
All right, let's
rather
go.
than wait. So, 1955, at 79 from a heart attack, Mary McLeod Bethune. She was the founder of Bethune-Cookman University, one of the earliest educational institutions that catered to black students. She was often referred to as the First Lady of the Struggle by her supporters. She was a teacher at Haynes Normal and Industrial Institute, which was founded and run by Lucy Craft Laney. Her Daytona home is now a historic landmark, and the university itself is on the U.S. National Register of Historic Places. She was born to former slaves and had to help the family work on the fields at age 5. She was an advisor for Franklin D. Roosevelt's presidential campaign and became part of his famed Black Cabinet.
Right on.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about her before that. That's why I chose her as my deep dive, because I thought that was pretty cool.
That is pretty awesome.
Yep. All right, and the next death is 1980 at 23 by unaliving himself, if we can't say the other word, Ian Curtis. He was the lead vocalist and songwriter for the post-punk band Joy Division, the group that released the songs She's Lost Control and Transmission. His life and death has been dramatized in the films 24-Hour Party People in 2002 and Control in 2007. I'm not a fan personally, but
Was he part of the 27 Club?
I don't know.
Huh.
All right. Okay. I really like this one. Seeing as I do voice acting too. This one I thought was pretty cool. 1988. I mean, not that he died, but in 1988, at 71 from a heart attack, Dawes Miller. He provided the voice of many cartoon characters from Yogi Bear to Captain Crunch. He lent his voice to more than 300 animated characters throughout his prolific career. He won many amateur contests as an impressionist. Hanna-Barbera hired him to voice many of their characters. He voiced Elroy Jetson in The Jetsons. The funny thing is, he modeled Yogi Bear, and it's so funny. Do you know who he modeled Yogi Bear after?
I have no idea.
Art Carney.
Oh, okay.
And it's funny. It's like, oh yeah, he did a good job.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's exactly right.
Hey, boo-boo.
Yep. Oh, all right. The next one was I was pretty sad when it happened. 1995, at 62 from colon cancer, Elizabeth Montgomery. She starred as witch Samantha Stevens on Bewitched. She made her acting debut in an episode of Robert Montgomery Presents, her father's television series. She earned a Prime Emmy nomination for her portrayal of Lizzie Borden in The Legend of Lizzie Borden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's a nepo baby. You can't give her too much leeway.
Right. Man, I had a huge crush on her when I was a kid. Of course, I don't know many boys that probably didn't, so because she was gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I'm gonna give John 2002.
Sweet. Okay, on this day, 2002, David Smith, also known by his WWF moniker Davey Boy Smith, passed away of a heart attack at 39 years old. Not really surprised if you've ever seen a picture of him. He was juiced to the gills.
Yep.
He was WWF star, part of the Hart Wrestling family. I think the highlight of his career was almost winning the Royal Rumble in the UK, where he threw Shawn Michaels out. Shawn Michaels only landed on one foot, hopped back in the ring and threw him out while he was celebrating, stealing the win.
Let's see. I have a unified tag team champion, two-time WWF Hardcore champion, a member of the Stampede Wrestling Hall of Fame. He was WWF's Intercontinental Champion and WWF's first European champion. He was known as the British Bulldog. He began wrestling training at age 12 under the instruction of his father and uncle. Upon arriving in Canada from England, he trained and wrestled for Stu Hart Stampede Wrestling in the early 80s, along with his cousin Tom Billington, WWF Superstar Dynamite Kid. His SummerSlam 92 main event match, where he won his Intercontinental Championship belt against his brother-in-law Bret the Hitman Hart, was recorded as WWF's top-selling pay-per-view match in history. His daughter is model and actress Georgia Smith. He was married to Diana Hart. Their son Harry Smith also wrestled in WWE under the name David Hart Smith and was a tag team champion with Tyson Kidd in the Hart Dynasty tag team. Henry then wrestled as Davey Boy Smith Jr. in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. More Nepo babies.
Right, for sure. So going back to somebody that I mentioned last week, 2009, at 62 from complications of diabetes, Wayne Allwine, voice actor of countless Disney films and shows, who was the voice behind Mickey Mouse for over 32 years. He first played the role of Mickey on the New Mickey Mouse Club in 1977. He was in the film The Prince and the Pauper, for which he played the role of Mickey. He had 4 children with 3 different wives. He married his 4th wife, Russie Taylor, who I mentioned last week, in 1991.
Okay.
Yeah.
4 kids with 3 women. All right. I guess Mickey wasn't a fan of settling down.
All right. This one was almost my deep dive. I thought it was pretty cool. In 2015, at 88 from natural causes, Raymond Gosling. Raymond Gosling was a British physicist best known for his role in the discovery of DNA's double helix structure. At King's College, Gosling worked first with Maurice Wilkins and later under Rosalind Franklin. Together, Franklin and Gosling refined X-ray diffraction techniques to study DNA fibers. In 1952, Gosling produced the famous X-ray image known as Photo 51, one of the clearest diffraction images ever taken of DNA. The distinctive X pattern in the photograph provided crucial evidence that DNA had a helical structure.
Very nice.
Yeah. I was thinking about that one. I was like, oh, that is pretty cool, but I really like the one that I chose. So
Yeah.
excuse me. All right. 2017 at 52 from Unaliving, Chris Cornell. Funny thing is, I did not know this until I looked it up.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yes, because I am an Audio Slave and a Soundgarden fan, and I did not know. I just thought he hadn't made anything for a while.
Well, I mean, he hadn't.
He hasn't, for sure. Yeah, I had no idea.
That's pretty wild.
Yep,
Fantastic vocalist, though.
for sure. I saw a video either on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram or something, breaking down like the isolated just his vocals from like the beginning of his career and then by the end, and so much different.
Oh, yeah.
Like he got so much better throughout his career.
Well, I mean, like anything, you practice, you get better.
Absolutely.
Just remember that, Angela. We drilled that into your head.
All right. At 2021 at 86 from bone marrow cancer, Charles Grodin. I don't know if you remember him. He was an actor. He played a beleaguered grown-up in Beethoven and Clifford. In 1993, he won the American Comedy Award for Funniest Supporting Actor in a Motion Picture for his role as Dave in Murray Bloom. He primarily stuck to playing comedic characters throughout his acting career. He was in The Heartbreak Kid and wrote an autobiography called It Would Be So Nice If You Weren't Here, My Journey Through Show Business. He amassed over 65 acting credits throughout his long career. It's funny. There is one movie in particular that I see his face, but I cannot think of what movie it is.
Weird.
Yeah, but he was really good. I really liked him in Beethoven. I don't know that I saw Clifford, but... All right, and John's going to take 2023.
I am. On this day, Jim Brown passed away in 2023. Running back from Syracuse, played for the Browns. Widely regarded as one of the top 3 running backs of all time. He was the first running back to rush for 10,000 yards over the course of his career. Set the single-season rushing record with 1,838, I think. But a lot. Yeah. One of the best of all time to do it, both at the collegiate and professional level. I mean, would say it was sad to see him go, but he lived a long life where, especially at the end, he became pretty well known for racial advocacy in trying to push to get betterment for black students. So good on him for that.
Yep.
What a life.
He was 87 years old.
He was indeed.
He was in I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker, and Any Given Sunday.
Yeah.
He racked up 53 acting credits during his career. He led the Cleveland Browns to the NFL championship in 1964, which would stand as the city's last major sports championship until LeBron James led the Cavaliers to the 2016 NBA title. That is a long time.
That is a long drought. The Cleveland curse.
Yep. All right. We are going to move on to events, of which John has the first.
Okay. On this day in 1619, Hugo Grotius was sentenced to a life in prison for religious heresy. He would escape prison by hiding away in a book chest. He's a Dutch philosopher, and he's best known for proclaiming that the open waters of the seas and oceans were rulerless, and his work is cited as being the inspiration for the uptick in Dutch piracy, which lasted from around 1650 all the way to the U.S. Revolution, where Dutch ships were still smuggling tea and others into the United States, undercutting British taxes. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. Some of these we're not going to go into a lot of detail on because, I mean, either you already know or there wasn't a whole lot to it, but still some interesting stuff.
Yep.
1652, Rhode Island enacts the law declaring slavery illegal.
That's it. The littlest state makes a big difference.
Yep, for sure. All right. John had 1756.
Okay, on this day, Britain declares war on France. This is the 7 Years' War, which greatly depleted resources for Britain, becoming a key reason the United States was able to win its war for independence. So, viva la France.
Speaking of Viva la France,
Indeed.
in 1804, Napoleon Bonaparte is proclaimed Emperor of France by the French Senate.
For 11 years, he was emperor before his defeat at Waterloo, and he was sent to exile.
Yep. Which we mentioned in the last episode.
We did indeed.
All right. 1812, John Bellingham, a Liverpool merchant who assassinated British Prime Minister Spencer Perceval on May 11th, is hung for the crime at the Old Bailey in London.
We went over that one on deaths.
Yep.
And last episode.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Yep. 1860, U.S. Republican Party nominates Abraham Lincoln for president. What a great nomination that was.
Absolutely. Yep.
In 1869, Robert Tanner Freeman is first African American to graduate from Harvard Dental School.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
In 1896, U.S. Supreme Court affirms legitimacy of racial separation, Plessy versus Ferguson, a doctrine that came to be known as separate but equal. We've made some mistakes through history.
Baby steps. Baby steps.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to say we're getting better, but I look outside the window and not so much.
Yeah.
A little mum on it, but yeah, it's not great.
Yeah.
Anyways, 1897, Herbert Henry Dow founds Dow Chemicals, which exists today, supplying the U.S. with a wide variety of plastic-based products and pesticides. They were embroiled in some controversy during the Korean War, where they deployed a chemical known as Agent Orange. Not fun stuff.
Nope.
But they haven't, throughout their history, shied away from selling products that can hurt people. Harmful pesticides, tear gas, Agent Orange. So, yeah.
Not a nice guy.
I
mean, he might have been a nice guy. Not necessarily a good direction.
I mean, not really. I mean, he did help the Allies in the First World War through his company. The Germans were trying to flood the market with, I want to say it was beryl, which is a mineral, and he bought all of it that the Germans were trying to flood the market with, and sent it back to Germany.
Why?
Because the stuff that they were selling was low quality.
Ah. All right. John has 1912.
Oh boy, this is a fun one. Which means it's related to baseball, of course. It's amateur day at the ballpark as the Athletics defeated the Tigers 24-2. The Tigers refused to field their regular team in protest of Ty Cobb's suspension after he jumped into the stands and punched a man with one hand who called him a bad name and made some comments about his mother's parentage.
The man had one hand, or he punched him with one hand?
He had one hand.
Okay.
He had been maimed in an industrial accident.
Ooh. All right. 1917, U.S. Congress passes Selective Service Act, authorizing the federal government to raise a national army for the American entry into World War I through compulsory enlistment. Yeah, let's brought that back around. Yay.
And man, that was a nerve-wracking day when I turned 18, because you have to go to the DMV and register. For selective service.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, by that point, I had already been deemed ineligible to join the army, but still, it's one of those things where you put your name in the hat, and I mean, they could call it on any time.
Yep. Then you had to prove that you can't go.
Yes. And unlike some people, I didn't have bone spurs, so I'm sure I probably would have ended up going.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. John has 1927. I do believe that is his deep dive.
It is indeed. The more I read about this, the crazier it got. And I was wondering why wasn't I taught this in school? My teachers failed me. They failed you, so I'm not going to let you down. On this day in 1927, the Bath School terrorist attack happened in Michigan. Andrew Kehoe, a completely unhinged lunatic, lost an election for the Bath Township clerical office. So this is the minorest minor roles in the school system. And he was facing foreclosure on his farm, and he went off the rails a lot, a really lot. His neighbors said that he was never a nice guy, and you think of all the things that a bomber would do and be beforehand, and they all apply to this dude. There's recorded incidents of him beating a horse to death, abusing his wife. He was also known as a mechanical tinkerer, and instead of paying the mortgage on his house, he was buying bombs. He murdered his wife one day and then detonated bombs around the Bath Township School, killing 45 people, including 38 children. He capped off the day by detonating the dynamite in his truck while holding the school principal, killing both of them and injuring several others. It is, to this day, still the most lethal terrorist attack on a school. So you think of all the school shootings that have happened, this one killed more than all of them.
Yep.
And this was 99 years ago.
The funny thing is you didn't hear about this because I heard about this in school.
Yeah, that's wild.
Nope.
But yeah, I don't remember, I read this and modern, through the modern lens, I was like, oh, okay, it's just another incident at a school. And then I went back and I read a little bit more about it, and it got crazier. Read a little bit more about it, it got crazier and crazier and crazier and I read about it for 2 hours last night. And I was like, holy cow. Man, this dude was nuts.
For sure.
See, I caught myself.
You did. I mean, you already messed it up earlier, but...
Hey, that was an accident. Those don't count. We all make accidents.
Quote unquote.
Hey, I just want you to know that's some Bolshevik you're saying. All right?
All right. I also have one from 1927. It is much happier than his.
Oh, it's hard to be worse. than that.
Right. Grauman's Chinese Theater opens in Hollywood, California, and is now known as Mann's Chinese Theater.
Oh, that's cool. I've been there.
Yeah?
Yep. I mean, not in the building, but we did like the tour of Hollywood.
Yeah.
And, you know, you walk down the lane and you see the two dragons that are right there. Yeah, it was super cool.
Yep. All right. 1953, American Jacqueline Cochran becomes the first woman to break the sound barrier.
Yeah, this one was really cool. Like, I could have done a deep dive easily on this one, too.
Yeah, there was a few.
Yep. But, yeah, the funny thing is she's an American pilot. She worked with NASA and had an amazing life. And yet she had to borrow a plane from Canada, the Royal Canadian Air Force, to do these speed tests because she was refused an American F-86 Sabre when asked. So she broke the sound barrier in a Canada Air Sabre Mark III.
Hey, whatever works.
Yep.
All right. We're going to give John 1956 also.
Or not, because John doesn't have anything for 1956.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And it's a baseball one, too. 1956. Mickey Mantle hits home runs from both sides of the plate for record third time.
Yeah, I saw that, but there's another baseball one that's more important than some scrub in a Yankees uniform.
Yeah, he was a nobody, so
Yeah.
his card's not worth anything.
Yeah, it's crap. I used like 10 of them to turn my bike into a motorcycle.
All right. John, I think, has 1969.
Another one that could have been a deep dive of mine. Apollo 10 launches, sending back the first ever color photograph of the Earth.
Allegedly. That's for you, Doc. Allegedly.
Sure. Allegedly. Okay, allegedly the first color photo of the Earth. Apollo 10 was an exploratory mission to test the functionality of the space module and of the landing module. They probably could have landed on the moon, but did not. They instead chose to chart the moon from space and laid out the groundwork in the Sea of Tranquility for Apollo 11 to land on a couple of months later.
Yep. All right. This one I also almost did a deep dive on because the name captured my attention, so I read the entire wiki entry for it.
Is it Dignus?
No.
Oh.
1971. Vampire rapist Wayne Bowden's last victim found in Calgary, Alberta.
Oh.
John Brennan Crutchley was an American convicted kidnapper and rapist. A possible serial killer, he was suspected of murdering up to 30 women. He was called the vampire rapist because he drained the blood of his one confirmed victim almost to the point of death. Yes, he was only... So, and that person didn't even die. But that's the one that got away and got to the cops. They said she had 40 or 45%, I can't remember, gone or left of her blood. And yeah, it was, wow, it was crazy. So if you want a journey, look that up because wow. If it was the other podcast, I would go into a lot more detail, but it is not, so I am not going to.
Okay, it's pretty dark. So
It is for sure. I think you had the next three, right?
Maybe. I don't know. 1974 is the next one. Okay, on this day. Yeah, they call me the Streak. The fastest thing on 2 feet. Ray Stevens' comedy song, The Streak, hits #1 on the Billboard charts.
No.
And, man, I don't what's funny, it came out in the 70s, but I associate it with the 80s, because that's when I heard it.
Yep.
But, yeah, funny. And we've talked a little bit about this before. You didn't really listen to Ray Stevens.
No, but I did know that song, and that came out the year I was born. But I mean, it was huge for years and years.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I was not a huge fan of his, but yeah, it was huge. I like that song.
Yeah. And then the next one we have is 1980, and man, this is a big one, probably the biggest event for the whole episode. Mount St. Helens erupts. It was the first volcanic eruption on the mainland U.S. since 1915, and the most disastrous volcanic event in American history, killing 57 people. An earthquake under the volcano triggered a rock slide, which would trigger the volcanic blast. The landslide would blow out the north side of the mountain, and it would travel for 17 miles. Just the landslide itself.
Yep.
The eruption column would rise 80,000 feet into the air. So, Mount St. Helens, for anyone who doesn't know, is about 8,800 feet in height. So, it shot ashfall, or the eruption column, and go look at the pictures because they're still awesome.
Yep.
But yeah, 80,000 feet into the air. Ashfall would be seen, like heavy ashfall would be seen in 13 states, 5 Canadian provinces, and they tracked the ash cloud as it went around the world. There's also pictures of the eruptions as they happened from space. There was a weather satellite that just happened to be positioned above Washington that took some amazing photos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember when it happened.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I did not.
Yeah, of course not. You weren't even born yet.
That's true.
All right. John also has 1999.
I do. On this day in 1999, this group of young would-be stars released an album called Millennium, blowing up the charts and leading the Backstreet Boys to superstardom, selling 30 million records. Yeah, what a debut.
Yep, for sure. All right, 2001, DreamWorks picture Shrek, starring Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, and Cameron Diaz in voiceover roles debuts. So I remember when that came out, somebody bootlegged the actual film reel itself, and it was available to download, and yeah, that's how we watched it.
Oh, nice.
Yep, it was one of those 2 discs where you had to change it in the middle or start the next one.
It makes me both happy and sad because since then they've also released the test reel that they had for the original Shrek, which was supposed to be Chris Farley.
Yeah.
And man, what a role that would have been. I mean, not that Mike Myers did a bad job at all whatsoever. He was phenomenal.
Yeah, but Chris Farley is one of my favorite people to ever live, so yep.
But Shrek would go on to gross over $450 million and launch DreamWorks as a major powerhouse in the animation industry.
Yep.
Suck it, Disney.
All right, we're getting kind of up there, so we're gonna run through the rest. John's got 2004.
All right. On this day in 2004, Randy Johnson, the big unit, becomes the 16th pitcher to throw a perfect game as his Diamondbacks beat the Braves 2-0.
Nice.
Yep. And then in 2005, This one was a cool one. The Hubble Space Telescope photographs Pluto's 2 moons, Nix and Hydra, before their existence had been only theoretical.
That's cool.
Yeah.
There was a lot of Pope and Vatican related stuff on this day. In 2018, all of Chile's 34 Roman Catholic bishops offer their resignation to Pope Francis in wake of child sex scandal.
Doesn't look good.
No, it does
they
not.
should have gone after him.
In 2025, papal inauguration mass of Pope Leo the 14th is held at St. Peter's Square, Vatican City.
Yep.
So yeah, that's
it from the mean streets of Chicago.
Yep. God, that's crazy. It's been a year already.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yep.
All right. And did you have anything else, John?
Nope, that's it for me.
All right. Well, we are going to wrap this episode up, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Toodaloo.
Two fat guys. Turn it up. Two fat guys. Yeah. You know what's up.
Two fat guys.